Welcome to another edition of Digital Marketing 101. I am Solomon Timothy. Today we're gonna attempt to answer this question. The question is, how do you manage Facebook ad fatigue? Facebook ad fatigue, it can happen not just on Facebook, it can happen everywhere. When you see an ad so many times over and over and over again, you're not gonna care as much and you're just gonna keep scrolling and say, sure, whatever. It's the same thing that when you were young and you were watching TV, you saw the same commercial over and over. After a while, it doesn't even do anything. You just skip and you glance over. And that's what this question, I think, is alluding to, is what do you do when you lose engagement, the results that you used to get, like leads, or maybe people were buying the product as a result of people clicking on the ad, but they're just not getting the same engagement. Ad fatigue, it's also the same thing as you're spending too much in cost per click and getting low results. This sometimes looks like ad fatigue. Hey, they're seeing the ad, but they're not clicking. Because they're not clicking, my engagement is low, and my engagement being low costs too high of CPC. That's not good. Is that ad fatigue? I want to talk about the whole 9 yard here. Ad fatigue could also be that you're doing something wrong. It's causing a low engagement. Low engagement shoots up the CPC, and you're used to get more leads or a lower cost per lead or more sales, but the sales have dropped. All of these things can actually play in that same thing. So what I would love for you to do, A/B test the creative. So create another version, but a different image, different copy, and see if that changes the engagement rate, then keeping the cost per click what it used to be, giving you sort of the ROI that you're looking for, or completely change the strategy of the ad. If it was just an image ad before, consider carousel ad. Highly, highly recommend a video ad. Anything that you can do to change the creative, to make sure that if you're hitting the same people over a long period of time, it's just not going to be very effective. If they are not converting and they have not converted, showing them the same thing over isn't a strategy that's going to work. Something is not resonating, so why would you just keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results? What I would do is I would come up with different ad strategy altogether, different ad copy, different image or creative, and different headline, and just test more and more until you can get back to sort of the same results that you were getting. It is highly recommended, even though you're starting to see a diminishing return on your ad, to change up the creative, because not everybody wants to run the same ad forever. If that was the case, Wendy's or McDonald's would have kept the same ad forever, right? They wouldn't be creating new ads. They would be still running Where's My Beef? And that's not the case anymore. If you're seeing different creative, if you're seeing different ad, then the concept of ad fatigue is absolutely real. We change creatives a lot, especially after you kind of burn through it. There's just not much more you can expect. I like the idea of changing the creative regardless, but many, many times when they see the CPC shooting up, the ROI going down, they call it like, hey, is this an ad fatigue? What is the deal here? It's literally the same thing that you would do regardless. So I recommend changing the creative. I recommend changing the targeting. I recommend consistently updating the offer as you're learning more about the demographic. And again, you can go as high of a targeting as you need to so that the few people that see the ad are absolutely dead on. You get high engagement. The whole secret, you guys, I'm gonna give you the secret. I'm gonna look around here and just make sure that everybody is okay with me giving the secret. The secret, all right, you ready for this? The secret is engagement. If you can figure out how to get high levels of engagement to your ad, no matter the platform, then it's looking less like an ad, and that's what the platforms want. The more it looks like an ad, that means we're ignoring it, it's not gonna work. You have to make the offer so compelling to that small audience of people that when they see it, they're like, wow, that's exactly what I was looking for. Let me click on it, right? Let me learn more. That's what you want. So you want to make sure that the engagement levels are high. When the engagement levels are high, you wouldn't be sending me questions like, hey, Solomon, what do I do? My ad is now giving me the ROI that it once used to do, right? So that's what I want you to think about. Think about the engagement level. Think about what you can do continually to just dial in on your audience. And as things are happening to your audience, if you can relate to them, maybe they're different stage of the buying journey, make sure that you're pushing them from one audience to another, right? So they may go from being a top of funnel to a middle of funnel to bottom of funnel. If they became a customer, they should be seeing something completely different. So if you could think about all of that and act on it, having different campaigns and moving people through that, you're going to do just fine. And if you still have questions, that's why I'm here. Send them in so I can help you out. I hope this video has been useful. These are great questions. If you're doing ads and you're struggling, not everybody can hit it out of the park the first time. So thanks a lot for sending in. If you like this content, hit that like button, consider subscribing. Leave us your comment. If you have another way to fix these issues, let us know so that we can all learn and work together and making this a better place. Isn't that what it's all about at the end of the day? Love them questions. Keep them sending it in, and I will see you next time.